ElectraCast.
Welcome to the Congressional Record Daily Digest, where we bring you all the previous day's U.S. legislative proceedings in 4 minutes or less. In today's episode, we bring you the Congressional Record for August 19th, 2025.
Today, in Congress, the Senate met briefly in a pro forma session, convening at 10 a.m. and adjourning less than a minute later. No legislation was introduced, and no committee meetings were held. In the House of Representatives, members introduced 20 public bills and 1 resolution. Several measures address disaster response. One bill directs the Federal Emergency Management Agency to restore staffing levels, and another reinstates programs at the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration that help communities prepare for and mitigate extreme weather events. Healthcare also received attention. A bill was introduced to provide Medicare coverage for external infusion pumps and home infusion drugs, and another would extend eligibility for rural health transformation funding to the District of Columbia. Military and Veterans Affairs were a focus. One proposal allows retired or disabled service members to continue contributing to the Thrift Savings Plan. Another requires congressional oversight of domestic deployments of reserve forces. A separate measure permits the Farm Credit Administration to reduce oversight for low-risk farm credit institutions. Foreign Affairs and National Security included a bill modifying the responsibilities of the Coordinator for Afghan Relocation Efforts, another requiring additional counterintelligence training for diplomatic security agents in high-threat locations, and one mandating a report on violent anti-Semitism as part of extremist movements. Domestic policy bills covered a wide range. These included eliminating unnecessary education requirements in federal cybersecurity hiring, supporting fusion energy education and workforce development, and revising reporting requirements for small business innovation programs. Another proposal directs a review of the General Services Administration's Fine Arts program. Immigration was also a topic. One bill would create a federal database of sanctuary jurisdictions and prohibit federal funding for them, while another requires reports on arrests made by Immigration and Customs Enforcement. Infrastructure and transportation were addressed with legislation to study transferring privately owned toll roads to state ownership and to require the Federal Aviation Administration to phase out bleed air systems in aircraft. Finally, a resolution was introduced recognizing the moral obligation of the United States to guarantee justice for all. In addition, the House filed its annual Defense Authorization Report for fiscal year 2026, covering Department of Defense and Department of Energy military programs, as well as troop levels. No recorded votes were taken, and the House adjourned 3 minutes after convening. Those were the key activities of August 19th, 2025 in the U.S. Congress.
Subscribe to receive daily or rate or review so others can find us as well. Thanks for tuning in to the Congressional Record Daily Digest. This has been an ElectraCast media production. Executive producers are Mark Netter and Peter Rafelson. Produced and edited by Hannah Riggs.
You deserve better health care, and so do we all. Medicine in America is a podcast that shares real stories of patients and doctors reshaping the future, because the revolution in care isn't coming, it's already here. Real stories, real change, a better future for healthcare.
ElectraCast. ElectraCast.
Welcome to the Candle Power Hour. Come with us backstage behind the scenes of show business spanning over 4 decades and bringing you the experiences that can only be told by the people who were there.
Our guests are from the A-list, the F-list, and everyone in between. Get set for some of the most insane, hilarious, and inspiring stories you will ever hear.
I'm Mercury.
And I'm Diego.
Your host for the Candle Power Hour.